Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to continue opening up some of the cards I picked up in my recent flea market trip. I mentioned, in my previous video how it recently opened back up after our state has kind of eased some restrictions on the coronavirus, and I was able to grab a basketball grab bag. Now, most of y'all who've watched my channel know I'm not much of a basketball card collector. I have my binders that I had back when I was in junior high and high school back in the mid to late 90s, but that's really about it. So I really don't have any clue what I'm going to get out of here. It said only $5, and this vendor didn't have a lot of basketball cards to begin with. It was mostly baseball and a few football, so I wasn't used to seeing basketball there, but kind of getting back into the basketball, at least watching with the Michael Jordan documentary, and hopefully, and I don't know, an ideal situation here, maybe have some mid to late 90s cards in here. I really don't even care if they're junk wax. I know some of the old school Flair Ultra and the old school Skybox and Metal Universe cards are kind of exploding right now. I doubt there'll be much of that in here. If these are a lot of like recent cards within the last couple years, I'm not going to know as much about the players. But we'll give it a shot and we'll see. Try to mix it up here, do a little something different. See what we have in this basketball grab bag for $5. You can see the price right there. And it's got these little paper lunch sacks. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be a great way. I'm just going to reach in and take a chunk out of them. All right, let's see what we got. Kind of get this off to the side. Looks like this is a little bit more of modern day. So I apologize if I don't pronounce a name correctly here, if I go through them really quickly. Oh, we got Marcus Smart. I know he's from Oklahoma State. I'll know most of these guys from college more so than the pros. Kyrie Irving, obviously, recognize. So if there's a really good one in here, make sure you guys let me know. Wesley Johnson. We got Jeff Hornacek, Panini Brilliance. I remember Hornacek back when he was on the Utah Jazz, teaming up with Stockton and Malone. A lot of these guys I'm not going to know too much about, but maybe there's going to be something good in here. There's another Marcus Smart. Justice Winslow went to Duke. Tracy McGrady, forgot he played with the Pistons. Of course, I remember him with Toronto. Okay, we got a lot of recent cards here. There's Tony Parker. Some pretty good releases, though, I think. Chronicles. Here's Paul George. Michael Beasley, he's with K-State. Draymond Green, talented player. We got Oubre. So it looks like this person has purchased a lot of. There's Nikolai Jokic, I really don't know how to pronounce his name. I know he's really good. Looks like this person's been buying a lot of cards from the last few years. I don't blame him. Probably trying to search for some of those big basketball cards that have exploded, whether it's there's Karl Anthony Towns. This guy, Pascal Siakam, he did really well for Toronto last year in the finals. That might be a pretty good one. I'll put that one up here. I don't know. Maybe that's not. Tim Hardaway Jr., the UTEP two-step. That was his dad, obviously. So this is not exactly my area of expertise. Especially, there's Glenn Rice Jr., a lot of these guys who I know more for their fathers than for them. This guy went to Kentucky. Plumlee went to Duke. We got some of these other guys. He was from Louisville, Gorgie Dieng. And anyway, like I said, yeah, there's a LeBron, even though it's just probably a regular card. I honestly don't really have, I think I might have one LeBron James card in my entire collection just because I haven't really collected basketball for the past 25 years. So I never really got into the LeBron thing. Well, I know it's really exploded with, that guy from Dallas. And everyone's searching for his card. And obviously with Zion Williamson and John Morant this year. Joe Johnson from Arkansas. Luka Doncic, that's what I was talking about. Julius Randle. Ibaka. Oh, we got Dwight Howard, former #1 overall pick. Steph Curry, okay. I'm sure that's just a regular common base card. Steph Curry, though, I know him. Bradley Beal from St. Louis. Julius Randle from Kentucky. Kevin Love, Blake Griffin, Oklahoma Sooner. Carmelo Anthony. Della Vedova. He cashed in big time. There's Dwayne Wade. Put him over here by his buddy. All right, we got a coach card of Nate McMillan. I remember him when he was on the Seattle Supersonics. Billy Donovan, who I know more from Florida than from the NBA. Paul Pierce from Kansas. Tristan Thompson. Brandon Jennings. Oh, Eddie Curry. Was he a #1 overall pick, I think? He might have been the first overall pick, I think. Eddie Curry back in the day. There's another Draymond. Kyle Korver. There's Tim Duncan. Got a big-time Hall of Famer there. Carmelo Anthony. Rafer Alston. So these cards are obviously more of just the common cards. Pau Gasol. Dirk Nowitzki. There's a good one. I heard he's kind of a good through-the-mail guy. I don't really do through-the-mail for basketball, but I know a lot of people say you can send it to Dallas Mavericks, or to the Dallas, we'll put Stephen Clay down here. Send it to the Dallas Mavericks organization stadium, and he's pretty good about signing stuff, I think. All right, so we're about, I'd say getting close to halfway through. There's a ton of cards in here. A lot of these guys, Malachi Richardson, I'm not going to know too much about. It's a little bit tougher for rookies to make a splash. Shane Larkin in the NBA. Unless they're just a big time player. It's because there's only so many spots on a roster. Alex Lynn, remember when he was drafted? Like 7-foot guy from Maryland, maybe. Taurean Prince, I remember Tayshaun Prince. Thought that might have been him. There's another Steph Curry, so we got two Stephs. Put them side by side. There's another Pascal Siakam. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but I got back-to-back of him. Or not back-to-back, but 2 of his guy. We'll put those up there. Some more rookies here. This looks like it's 2016-17 Donruss. There's Kevin Love. More coach cards. Darren Collison. Goran Dragic. Nerlens Noel. I remember him when he was at Kentucky. Amari Stoudemire, straight from high school to the NBA. May have been one of the last guys to do it. I don't remember when they created that rule where you couldn't do that anymore. So these are obviously some recent cards that are just comments of this person. Demarre Carroll from Mizzou. Didn't want to try to individually price. And that's okay. I don't have a problem going through them, and I, to be honest, will probably send these along to somebody else, post them on eBay or give them away or something. 'Cause I don't have a lot of knowledge or a lot of interest in too much of this recent NBA stuff. There's Isaiah Thomas, not the Isaiah Thomas I know, who's been in the news lately now, the documentary releasing. There's Tayshaun Prince. I told you I remember him. Jeremy Lin, remember when he was the hot thing in the NBA for a while? Is he still around? I don't even know if he's still playing. Kyle Korver. Jordan Clarkson also went to Mizzou. There's Joakim Noah from Florida. Vince Carter. Now, Vince Carter is a guy who I used to collect cards of back when he first came in the NBA, and here he is in the year 20, whatever this is, this is 2010, 2011, and he was still in the NBA up until the coronavirus break. He was still playing. Vince Carter, that's awesome. Probably the last connection to my old card collecting days. J.J. Redick, sharpshooter there. Gary Payton, the glove. Now, this is the NBA I remember, guys. Look at the shorts. Look at those. This is early on in his career, too. That's a young Gary Payton. Great defender. Oh, my goodness. We're going to cover up. Now we'll put him up here. That's awesome. Reggie Jackson. There's James Harden. Not a big fan of James Harden, so I'm not going to put him on there. Tyreek Evans was at Memphis. Steve Nash recently got his rookie card just randomly on Facebook. You may have seen that in my video earlier this week. Justice Winslow, Joel Embiid. That's not bad. He's a pretty good player. Chris Paul. So, Sebastian Telfair, I remember him. This is pretty interesting. Not exactly. Oh, there's Scottie Pippen. That documentary will be on again tonight. I think it's episodes 7 and 8, maybe. Nikolai Vucevic. Patrick Beverley, lockdown defender and just kind of a general pest. All right, we just got one little more stack left here, guys, and this will be it. So this is not exactly what my ideal situation would have been, looking for some more older vintage cards, but I don't think this vendor really has a lot of vintage cards. I think this person just kind of recently got into NBA basketball. There's Sean Marion, Rajon Rondo, excuse me. There's a Kobe. There you go. Panini Excalibur, Kobe. That's probably just a base card. Doubt it's worth too much. Number 100. It's from 2015-2016 Excalibur. So we'll put that one right there. It's not bad. There's Charles Oakley, young Charles Oakley, after the Bulls traded him to the Knicks. There's Shaquille O'Neal. Now this is my heyday here. Shaquille O'Neal, Gary Payton, Charles Oakley. Now we're getting into the good stuff here. There's Isaiah Thomas, not the Isaiah Thomas from the Pistons. Tim Hardaway Jr. again. Russell Westbrook. Paul George, good player. Derrick Rose, what could have been if his knees hadn't got torn up so much. Iguodala, back with the Sixers before he went to the Warriors and became a champion. Harrison Barnes, who was also a champion with the Warriors, and then he moved on. And there's another Vince. Man, he's like 40 years old and still going. Ronnie Brewer, I think he's from Arkansas as well. Yes, that is correct. Don't know how I knew that, but I did. Here's Ricky Rubio, pass first. Point guard, Ty Lawson, Hassan Whiteside. And we're wrapping it up here. There's a Derrick Rose with the Knicks, Carmelo Anthony, Miles Plumlee from Duke, Kemba Walker from UConn, Josh Smith, who was like the big dunking guy back in the day, and David Lee, who's from St. Louis, Chaminade High School, and then went to Florida. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. This is a little bit of a switch it up video, but if you're a basketball fan, you really are interested in one of these cards, or you know that one of them is valuable, or just would like one of these, just shoot me a message, because I'll probably be putting some of them up on eBay. To be honest, I don't really have much need. I might keep the Kobe, I don't know, just for nostalgic sake. But give me a comment if you want. Feel free to like the video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. See ya.